I'm Kehinde Wiley, and this is my compound. So we're in the original entrance of the building, and natural light streaming in is really important. It helps me to actually kind of point to some of the pieces that I really like. This metal piece that comes from the oil industry. It's actually recycled oil bins that are turned into fashion pieces. Contemporary photography, amazing beading work that comes out of southern Nigeria and Cameroon as well. So when I first saw this building, I wanted to hold on to some of the most original of the details, and in that is the woodwork. The color is so unique for the time period. I'm looking at sort of post-independence, 60s, 70s, a lot of Japanese color references and patterns. For me, it was really cool to be able to see this sort of intersection between Nigerian traditional insular culture, but this fascination with the outside world. It's architecture and style on an international scale. So as you can see in here, we've got the living room, or the parlor, as some people refer to it. It's a chill space. It's a place where I bring my friends and family, have informal meals. It really is a place to relax and also take in great African design. And so what I mean by that are people like Issa Dion, who hails from Dakar, Senegal, and she keeps alive the weaving traditions of West Africa. And so she starts with furniture, but then moves into textiles and keeps people hand weaving and machine weaving. And all of the furniture you see here is coming from her studio. I would also want to point out something really cool. Pieces like this, which have an amazing kind of wood solidity, but then you look in closer and you can see this really refined handwork. It's this juxtaposition between a kind of brutality of wood and the grace of a delicate hand line. The house is divided into zones of formality and places where you can just kind of really be yourself. The real big draw when I first came to this home was the possibility of opening it up and creating light. This entire wall when I first moved in was closed off and there were tiny little windows. And my vision was to really blast this open and to create a kind of inside-outside conversation. We're in the tropical parts of the world where anything grows really well. I wanted to be able to pull out those lush greens, to be able to have vines climbing walls, and to really feel like this embrace from the environment. I spend most of my time in cities, big, busy concrete spaces, and this garden here is a refuge. It's nature at its purest. It's bringing you the best of what the equatorial part of the world has, and we're blessed with amazing humidity and rain and fertility. And so that's what I have here. I have this insane planting. This took a number of years to create, but everything thrives. Everything that I plant into the ground grows up into the most immense, verdant, green spaces, and people just love it. They love that sense of like a big hug from nature. Come out here in the pool, jump into the studio, nothing wrong with that kind of day. The house is broken up into kind of an L shape. So the main house on one side and then the guest house on the other. Each of these are freestanding apartments. So there's a kitchen in there, there's a living space. It really allows my friends to feel as though they're part of the household, but also have their autonomy. This is kind of an old school move, but I wanted to reintroduce the idea of a wine cave, a room where people sit down and have cigars and a glass of wine. In an age where things are so informal, it's really cool to have something that really harkens back to a much more poetic, romantic sensibility. So we're walking upstairs. We're going to the second floor of 3. So the house has about 6 bedrooms, and I'm going to give you a tour of one of them. What you'll notice almost immediately in here is that it's a story of wood. The textures of it, the way that it stains, And one of the things I really love is this wood that came with the house. The only thing I've done is to kind of clean it up, polish it, and allow that vibrancy to show through. All the woods are native to Nigeria, and it also gives a kind of warmth, I think. One of the things that I really love about the fact that there is so much wood is that it's reclaimed in a sense. It came with the house, and I was able to polish it, bring it up to a kind of brilliance, but nothing was damaged in the making of this house. So in the theme of casual versus formal space, it's really rare that you see a place that has two parlors, two living rooms. It's certainly in the West. Here in Nigeria, I think it's really much more common to see a certain generation of home that allows you to celebrate two distinct entertainment spaces. And this is one of my favorites because it allows a little bit more play. It's a bit more colorful in terms of the types of paintings that I've decorated the walls with. And it's a bit more open format as well. It's a place where my friends will oftentimes disappear while we're doing much more serious conversation downstairs, but a house needs that. A house needs to be able to sort of have that kind of function between up and down, high and low, serious and non-serious. So we're walking into the third and final space of this building, which is my painting studio. It's a space that is really cool because it's completely divorced from the rest of the house. It's got its own sense of creative autonomy, flooded with light, and a perfect refuge from the world.
So Kehinde, you've showed us around your beautiful 6-bedroom villa right here in Victoria Island, Lagos. What's it like to build such an amazing home in Lagos, Nigeria?
I think you know more than I how dynamic this city is. Lagos, like so many developing cities, is a work in progress. And it's dynamic, and it's full of creativity. And a home here, I think, has to represent some of those key components. I wanted a sense of play. I wanted a sense of dynamism. I wanted a sense of it being something that is yet to be. And at its best, that's the strength of Lagos. That's the strength of Nigeria. A kind of spontaneity, a kind of being able to roll with certain challenges and to be able to rise beyond expectations.
Kehinde, you have an absolutely beautiful home. As we say, you have a beautiful compound, and we hope to see you very soon again. Thank you so much.